All right, we are live.
Are we really?
We are. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Sleepless Astrologer. I'm Kristin.
I am Tori or Vickie or Victoria or whatever I told you my name was.
Welcome to. Whoa, I've got some feedback. There we go. Okay. So we thought we would talk about Sagittariuses and their year outlook ahead, right? Is that what we're talking about?
Okay. We're going to see what's going on for the next year for Lucky Sag.
Lucky Sag. Okay, I'm going to share my screen for the chart of the moment. If I can, current planets. Here we go. Do you want to talk about Sagittariuses in general first, or should we?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Sagittariuses in general. If you are a Sag and you're into astrology, this is boring for you. If you are a Sag and not into astrology and you just want to learn a little something, then sit tight. If you know a Sag, you're dating a Sag, you gave birth to one. Sagittarius is the last of the fire signs, correct?
Yeah, they're like the adult fire sign.
Right. And it is half man, half horse, and it's an archer, and they're looking up, always aiming their arrows for something better and something brighter, and they're allegedly optimistic and athletic, and they rule education and higher education and philosophy and
travel,
expansion,
philosophy. Yeah, we talked about
definitely like all that good stuff. Sages are a good time. I mean, you have to be a jerk for a Sag to like not like you, and but they're a little non-committal.
Like a lot.
And if you manage to pin one down to get it to put a ring on your finger, they may have a wandering eye,
or a Taurus moon.
Yeah, or what?
Or a Taurus moon.
Or yeah, a Taurus moon. You have to see what other aspects of the chart. We're just talking about Sagittarius in general. We're not talking about its Venus, Mars, Mercury, Moon, Ascendant. We're not talking about any of that. We're just talking Sag Sun. That's basically it in a nutshell. Am I forgetting something?
Just very independent, need lots of freedom, lots of room to grow and expand, because they are ruled by Jupiter, the most expansive of the planets.
Most open-minded, maybe next to Aquarius.
And they're the first to tell you exactly how they feel without any filter. Mm-hmm. They don't mean bad things when they tell you that you look terrible or you're smelly or
it's for your benefit.
You know, that you could do something better. They really do mean well, actually. But they have no filter between their mouth and their thoughts.
Yeah.
Which makes it hard for a lot of other people to understand them.
Yeah. But it's said with love.
Or at least general, good feeling, They're very passionate people in general about politics and religion or lack of religion, or they idealize everything. Like they're the absolute idealist of the zodiac. They often are, if there's an angry Sagittarius out there, it's because they've had their dreams squelched or their ideals trampled on.
Or there's a lot of Capricorn in their chart.
Or yeah, it could be. But they're very, really, they cannot stand unfairness. They can't stand it. They hate it when something is supposed to be one way and it goes another, then they just lose their shit. They really can't stand it. So
that sounds about right.
Yeah, I'd say. I do happen to love Sagittarius people in general. I find they're like extremely fascinating, and they can have a conversation about anything.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you everything that they know about it.
Yeah.
So one of the best advice I ever got since I married a Sagittarius was that they're like a rubber band. You have to let them, you have to like let them go. And if you let them go and have their freedom, they will come back. But if you try to like hold on to them, then forget it. That rubber band will break. They're done.
It's a horse that'll run from you.
Yeah, right. That's a good way to look at it. So Sagittarius is for their coming year, since it's kind of around their birthday time, right?
Yeah, happy birthday, Sag.
Yeah.
Did anybody get anything cool?
I hope you had
got
a
something
big
cool
party.
for your birthday. Put it in the comments.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'd love to see what Sagittarius is like for gifts.
Yeah.
What do Sagittarius is like for gifts? Let's talk about that.
Books,
sports equipment,
plane
tickets, sports tickets, music. Oh my gosh, every Sagittarius I've ever met loves music and they love going to concerts. What else? Yeah, that's a great topic. Like what about if you know a Sag? What would they like for a gift?
Yeah.
Anything physical too.
Like maybe like dinner out to exotic food restaurant kind of place sort of thing, some Korean barbecue or something different. If you can't travel.
Right, that's true. If you can't travel, you can at least experience some other culture, right?
Yeah.
That's a good point. Like, a great movie about like a international documentary. They would love that.
Yeah, they're good fun. They're good fun. Yeah, so yeah, put your Sagittarius gifts in the comments. And if you're a Sagittarius and you want something specific and you want to give somebody a hint and a half for their ass, you can put your gift suggestion in the comments and then direct your friend to this YouTube and be like, figure out which one is me. Hint, hint, hint.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So let's look at the transits that Sagittarius are going through right now. Like in their upcoming year.
Yes, let's.
Okay. So can you see the chart okay?
I can see the chart.
All right. So we currently have Venus, Sun, Mercury, and Saturn all in Sag. So
Saturn looks like it's on its way out.
It is on its way out, but they're
it's going to take a little while.
So if you were born late in or like mid-December, you're probably having Saturn on your Sun.
That's not fun.
It's a tough time, right?
Yeah, so it's not fun for Sagittarius because
so
Saturn's and you're like, yay, what a drag, you know.
Saturn on your Sun can lead to depression. Like it's pretty common for if you're having a Saturn transit, it's taking away
your energy. Yeah,
sure.
Especially for a fire sign.
Yes, the
Earth smothers the fire.
Exactly. Did you know that fire signs are the only sign that requires another element to exist?
I did not think of that.
Isn't that interesting?
That is very interesting.
I was thinking about this. I saw some post about that today, and I've heard it before, but I never really considered it. So a water can exist without another element.
And the water is the strongest of all the elements. Most
destructive.
Yep.
Sure. Air can exist without fire or water or earth. Earth can exist without, but fire requires air, right?
Yeah.
To even exist. So back to the Earth. So Saturn is an Earth sign and Saturn is sitting on Sagittarius' Sun, the late Sagittarius. They've been going through this for a couple of years, right? So they've had Saturn.
They're familiar with the party.
Like beginning of Sagittarius people, like November 22nd through November 28th people, went through this a couple of years ago, probably. Like Saturn has been transiting their Sun, going back and forth. And kind of helping them, sometimes with the Sagittarius, helping them get grounded. But it's a difficult time for Sagittarius in general to experience Saturn on their sun.
I mean, maybe you learn a life lesson or something if you let Saturn do its job, but Sagittarius kind of wants to do it its own way. So to have, Saturn kind of come and pee on the party, it's like it can't be a good time. I feel bad for you guys.
But it's leaving, right? So Saturn will be leaving Sagittarius any second now, right?
And
Saturn,
then it'll go where it belongs, into Capricorn.
yay. Well, right, like that's the natural cycle. So it'll be home in Sagittarius in Capricorn, and that's a great time for things that you've been working on to take root, right?
Yeah.
So all that struggle and all the stuff that everyone's been going through for a couple years will start to make more sense, I think. As long as you didn't fight it, right? As long as
which most of you did.
Yeah, well, Sagittarius probably did, but Saturn transits are very into about like you have to do the work, and it's your choice. And if you don't do the work, you're going to end up suffering. But if you do the work, then you're going to end up profiting from it. So depending on the rest of everybody's charts, then.
Well, I just noticed that it looks like Mars is at 0 Scorpio.
Yes,
Mars is coming to energize you.
Well, Sagittarius, yeah.
Yeah. And to maybe pick up the mess that Saturn left you and give you a second look at life.
So Mars is going to be hitting Jupiter fairly soon. That's going to be tons of energy in Scorpio, right?
Yeah. So you might get laid.
They probably do anyway.
Yeah. A lot. So don't forget to wrap that rascal. But
what about some angles coming up? How's the
looking around?
Yeah, I'm looking around too. So we've got Uranus.
That's exactly where I was looking too.
Yeah.
Head, you.
Well, hey. That's like
Uranus is trining Mercury, which is a great time to learn stuff.
Well, it's trining the sun, right? So most, if you're right smack dab in the middle of Sagittarius, if you're born, what is it? December now would be smack dab in the middle of Sag. If you're born around December 6th through the 12th, you've got Uranus trining your sun for quite some time, going back. It's actually going retrograde. So back and forth. It's an awesome time for innovation and creativity and energy and
mucking around with computers.
Yeah, right. Investing. This would be a great time for investing for Sagittarius. I think having it also being, I guess it is still trining Saturn for a little bit. So Saturn in Sag. So all of us have that, but Sagittarius sun, especially the later Sagittariuses, will also experience some growth and some building phases and some unexpected. Oh, do you need to take a pause?
Company.
Okay. Well, we could wrap it up pretty quick.
No. Sagittariuses are having fun. And you've got Neptune in Pisces squaring Sagittarius.
What do you think about that?
Giving a little, well, I don't know. Is it foggy? Is it dreamy? Is it a time of mysticism? Is it when you give into your what's the word I'm looking for? Give into your bad things, give into your vices. That's the word I'm looking for.
Well, this would be a time to not give into your vices when Neptune
you
is
may not
squaring
be
your
able to
sun.
help it. But good thing Mars is coming to get you. So it'll either like energize that sort of energy or help you get out of it.
Yeah. So I
Sag
think,
likes to party.
yeah, they do. They do. They love having a good time. So I think that for the next, how long should we say for Neptune? I would say that,
That's going to be a little while.
yeah, Neptune's going to be.
And it's going to retrograde too. Is it retrograding now?
It is not retrograde right now. But Neptune's in Pisces. So yeah, you have to be very careful about substance issues right now. And also just having false illusions.
Yeah.
And really,
Dreams of grandeur.
yeah. So that's something to be mindful of in the coming year, is to be really making sure that you've got one foot in reality at least.
Which you don't. So, because you're always looking for something better. So while you're dreaming for that next dream that you know is going to come true, like remember Saturn and do the homework and do your research. I know it's boring, but, and I know you want to do what you want to do right now because that's the fun part, but remember those lessons and then let Mars come and give you the energy to go through with it. And maybe your dream will come true. And that would be an awesome way to spend 2018.
Absolutely. Having done your hard work. I agree. I think that's a good outlook.
And not pessimistic at all.
I know. Why were you so optimistic with this one?
I told you I smoked some pot.
You do not. Oh, that's funny.
I did not. I'm just happy to be here with Kristin and you guys, finding out what you want for presents.
Yeah. So what do you think is like the thing they have to watch out for the most in the next year?
Oh, Neptune.
Just the disillusionment. Mm-hmm. Interesting. And then Mars. Now Mars hitting Jupiter could actually have a very positive effect, but it could also, it's going to be trining Neptune. Right?
I'm sorry. Hold on one second.
So that.
Say what? Say what?
Mars is going to be trining Neptune when it hits Jupiter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's going to be like they're driving way too
rocket, or it's going to be a never-ending party. I don't know. I get a good feeling. Obviously it can't apply to 1/12 of the population. Not everybody's going to have a wonderful year. Everybody's got a different chart with different aspects and stuff like that. But I think generally as a whole, Sagittarius will probably have a decent 2018.
Especially coming off of that Saturn cycle.
Yeah.
And Saturn's finally moving away from their sun.
Yeah.
They're getting energized. They're feeling hopeful again.
We hope so. And Mars is coming to save you, like we had mentioned. And speaking of Sagittarius, Kristin is the expert, being married to one for what, almost 2 decades? You've been stuck with this guy?
Stuck with him. Yes.
Why don't you share your experiences with them? I've got a Capricorn. I've been instructed to do something. If I could be excused for just 2 seconds.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I'm a Pisces. I do what I'm told.
Yeah, but not really. Interestingly, I have a Sagittarius rising, so I think a lot of these things are like very second nature to me. Sagittarians, I love the Sagittarius outlook on life and their ability to, their zest and their energy. And so I think that having gone through all of the Saturn, hitting the sun and having, restocking what your goals are and stuff. I'm a little bit different from Vickie on this chart, that I think that Mars hitting Jupiter and trining Neptune, while might feel really, really great, there's a downside to it. I think that excesses can happen. This could be a difficult time. And this is going to be probably in the next month and a half where these effects are going to take place. So you have to be really cautious that you don't, invest too much in cryptocurrency or, start doing some sort of crazy, and be careful where you're traveling, things like that.
What are we learning about?
I was just talking about this Mars, Jupiter, Neptune thing. I feel like there's going to be a lot of energy. And I think they have to be cautious with that because of the Neptune, because they just don't know what's going to be happening. I'm like the pessimist on this chart for some reason.
Really?
You're the optimist. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, maybe it's a mutable sign sort of thing.
What do you mean?
Well,
I know what mutable is, but like, what do you mean by that?
Well, Pisces is mutable and Sagittarius is mutable, and it's a Neptune aspect, and having Neptune on my moon right now, going back and forth, with havoc all over the place. If you learn how to manage it, it can be a very powerful experience, and it can be a very enlightening experience. And if you have Neptune on your sun, or you've got Mercury in Sag, or Mars in Sag, or whatever in Sag, and Neptune comes around, you may have your mind blown by something that you didn't realize. I mean, and it can go either way. And Neptune rules Pisces, and Pisces are two fishes attached by the tail, and one goes up to its destiny and one goes down where it sucks ass. And it's up to you to decide, are you going to go up or are you going to go down? And Neptune gives Sagittarius that option. And Sagittarius, being an optimist and a bit of a hedonist, can choose to go up. And I don't know why my Scorpio dog is doing that. I don't know why I'm so stuck on Mars coming around like Superman to save all these people from the wretches of themselves, when they're perfectly capable of doing it by themselves. But I think that Mars is going to give like new life to Sagittariuses that are, I guess, in need of a push to, revamp and restart something that's been stagnant, because things can't be like popping and wild and crazy all the time. Eventually stuff slows down. So you have a chance to be enlightened and you have a chance to be energized, and the two can come together and it can be incredible.
Oh, I think that would be awesome. I think our society as a whole is going to really benefit from Mars hitting Jupiter. Everyone's going to have that burst of energy for sure. But since Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, they're going to feel a little bit more too. Plus,
yeah, you all should start working out. You'll be buff.
Sagittarius need to work out, period. They'll never be happy unless they're physically active. And they really suffer from chronic issues if they don't use their physical attributes, So you're right. That would be a perfect time. You know what? Will Mars hit Jupiter by the end of the year? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. So, hey, New Year's resolutions. It'd be a great time to start one.
Yeah, you'll actually be the person in the gym in June, even though while everyone else quit sometime in February, you'll still be there,
Sounds pretty good. All right. Anything else?
I don't think so. I think you guys will be okay. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell so you know when we're on. Again, I am Tori. You can find me at torimania.com, and you can find us at the Sleepless Astrologer on Facebook. And Kristin, any place you want to direct people to?
Yeah, if you're single, I have a relationship app that uses astrology, and compatibility is measured. So you can check me out at scopem.com, SCOPEM.com.
And it's very cool. I've played with it.
It is cool.
Married,
did I tell you that we have a couple who's getting married from the app?
Are you really? Really?
For real. Yep.
Get out of here.
Yeah, well, they happen to both be on the app. And so I don't know, they recognized, somebody had referred them to it. And so they were mutual friends. They knew each other, but they didn't realize that there was a connection. So they contacted each other after they saw they were a 4-star match and started dating. This was about a year ago. And now I just heard that they're going to get married.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I feel really,
yay!
Isn't that cool?
It's super cool. You should get a commission.
Yeah, like what? What kind of a commission should I get?
I don't know, something. I mean,
I'm going to see if
your job.
We're going to see if they wouldn't mind putting a little testimonial for us out there.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
All right, but definitely subscribe, and we're going to be doing these updates often. So come on back.
Yes. Ring that bell so you know. Ding, ding.
All right.
Take care, everybody. Have a good night.
Night.
Or day.
Right, day.
He wants to have like a fucking
Wait, hold on. We're still recording.